Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about another Christmas action movie. This is an action sci-fi classic that came out in 1990. It stars Dolph Lundgren. It's called I Come in Peace. It also stars Matthias Hughes from some of the great martial arts movies of the early 90s. And also has Brian Benben, who plays his partner, Betsy Brantley, who's the love interest. It was directed by Craig R. Baxley, who did another early 90s action classic called Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It is awesome. Now, let's get into the movie. It takes place in Houston, which I really like this setting. It's a little different. It's not New York or LA or, the main places. It's or Miami, stuff like that. This is Houston, so it's a little different. And it has music by, I think it's Jan Hammer or Jan Hammer, who did the synth score for Miami Vice, the TV show. And so you can definitely tell his signature sounds in this movie, and I absolutely love the score. It was so different, but it's still so fitting. It just really works. So you don't always have to have all the big expenses and all the bells and whistles. If you have some good, talented artists, you can still get great things done. So, and that the musical score is proof of that on this movie. Now, as I said, it takes place in Houston, and Dolph Lundgren plays a guy named Kane. He's a cop whose partner is killed, and there's some yuppie criminal gang that killed him, and he's trying to take them down. But there is a drug dealer that comes from outer space, played by Matthias Hughes, and he has white hair. And he doesn't. The only thing he says is "I come in peace," and then he shoots out a CD out of this launching device he has on his wrist, and it shoots a CD that's powered by magnetism, and it goes around and cuts people up. So he kills the yuppie criminal gang and runs off with the drugs because he takes heroin and he injects people with it, and then he sucks endorphins out of their brain, and he concocts a drug that he sells in his home planet. It's basically endorphins. So that's what he comes to do. So he just kills people at random to, create the drug so he can take back to his home planet and sell it because it's valuable. But there's an alien cop on his trail, played by Jay Bilas or Billis. I think it's Jay Bilas. He's actually a college basketball analyst for ESPN now. He played college basketball, so the aliens are a lot taller, even taller than Dolph Lundgren. So anyway, when Jack Kane, realizes there's more to this than just regular hit. He works with the FBI and he's assigned a partner, Smith, played by Brian Benben, and this is another one of those complete opposite people put together, but they play off each other incredibly well. And so they try to solve this mystery and find out what's really going on. And the plot's laid out very well. It's easy to follow, even though it has a few twists and turns. But overall, it's a good concrete story, which is always the most important thing. And Kane, he wants to find out who this alien is, and the more he discovers, the worse it gets, and he figures out what the alien's really trying to do. So it ultimately sets up a big confrontation. And also you have the yuppie criminal gang that's still coming after him. So, you have a lot of crazy different scenarios that play out. And so the action sequences are awesome because Craig R. Baxley, if there's one thing this guy could do, it's set up like practical, stunts and action sequences. Like Stone Cold was the epitome of that. And I Come in Peace is the same way, other than a few, like, there's a alien space gun, maybe had a little different, added effects, but overall, everything was very practical, the practical stunts and everything, so everything looked really good. And this Blu-ray's from Shout Factory, and it was called overseas, I never knew this, it was called Dark Angel. But I prefer I Come in Peace because that's when I went to the rental stores as a kid. I wanted to watch anything Dolph Lundgren was in. And, I had him said I Come in Peace. So the alternate art was what I come in. That's what most people know it as too. And when you watch the beginning intro, it has like Dolph Lundgren. Then it has the title says I Come in Peace. When you're going through the movie intro. But overall, This movie is a ton of fun, and it takes place during Christmas. It's not, I wouldn't consider it not really a Christmas movie, but it takes place during Christmas. But basically, it's Dolph Lundgren takes on an alien drug dealer during the Christmas season. So you hear some Christmas season in the background, see some trees and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But I love the Houston setting, and I told you I love the music, so it's a ton of fun. And this is available to stream for free on Tubi. So I recommend you check it out. It's one of those 90-minute thrill rides. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you've seen it. What do you think of it? And in the future, I do have. I'm going to check out some new movies. I'm going to check out Matrix Resurrections when I get a chance. I'm I'm a fan of the original. The sequels are okay. This one I'm not so sure about, but I will check it out at some point. I'm still willing to give it a look. I've heard very mixed things, so I really don't know how I feel about it, but I will check it out. And I will review American Underdog, which is a biopic of the football player Kurt Warner, which that's I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I'll probably take a priority to go see at some point. And then Spider-Man, I've heard too many good things. Like the MCU, the later releases, it just doesn't interest me as much anymore. I've had my fill of it. But this one, I heard it's absolutely amazing. I've had coworkers tell me I need to go see it, so I will check that out too. So those are in the future. The Spider-Man, the theaters have been so packed right now, so I don't know when I'll get a chance. But anyway, let me know what you think if I come in peace or you want to check it out. But anyway, for those who celebrate, have a great Christmas and a happy holiday season. I wish you a happy new year. I don't know when I'll be back, but it'll be in the next few days. I'm kind of booked. But anyway, have a great holiday season. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.